This is the Goth King, and everyone has their own opinion. So I'm just upset about it. That doesn't mean you will be, and I'm sure all the nerds, if any, see this, they'll just dissect plot points, and this is getting to know the enriched character of Daredevil and Matt Murdock and how he could, none of that matters to me. I waited 7 years never knowing, really, if Daredevil would be dropped. I heard if he would return. I heard he was coming back like a year ago. They started to make it and then they scrapped everything. So then I just stopped watching YouTube for like a year. So my point is, it's been 7 years. I could not wait. I just happened to look for it after a year of not caring about any movies or TVs or any superheroes or any things I was into. I took a long break, became an influencer, started doing that stuff. And my point being is, once I went to look if Daredevil was like in production or whatever, it just dropped an episode the next day. I was so excited. So, yes, I love Daredevil, that universe with the Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. I watched all those, the first 3 seasons of Daredevil. I loved all the spin off shows. I loved the Defenders. I think that's what it's called, where they're all together, except for Daredevil not wearing a suit enough. That's my only thing. And it seems like in the 3 seasons of Daredevil, there is a time where he's. It's just one thing I hate about superheroes is that they're always not wanting to be a superhero in a whole season or something. There's always every part of a movie where they don't want to be a superhero. People, at least me, I watch a superhero show to be them see the superhero, right? To be watching a superhero kick some butt. Otherwise, I would just watch regular shows where there wasn't superheroes. But it seems like every movie or TV show, they have to go a long period of time where they don't want to be the superhero because someone died or this happened or that happened, or they just want to give it up, or they want to be a better person, or they don't want to be a vigilante, like all that. And it's like, that would be okay in one show, but like every superhero, it seems like it's like when vampires don't want to be vampires. It's like, why don't you want to be a vampire? I just get so sick of seeing that. I want to watch the movie I came for. If it's a superhero movie, if it's a vampire movie, just be what the show is called. You know what I mean? It's called Daredevil. So just be Daredevil. He's been gone for 7 years. We don't really care if Matt Murdock can win in a courtroom at this point. I don't. I want to see the suit. I want to see him fighting. And this is my complaint with the show. Spoiler alert. He's only Daredevil 8 episodes in. He's only been Daredevil for like maybe 12, 13, 14 minutes max, only in 2 episodes, the first one. And he's not really fighting. And the whole costume's not on. And then the one I just watched. Wait, no. The one before the one I just watched. So, yes. And he was only in it for 8 minutes. There's a good fight, don't get me wrong. But I want to see that in every episode. I want to see him be Daredevil. I would not watch a show if it was just Matt Murdock in the courtroom. And that's pretty much what's going on. That's one thing I gotta say that I love about the new Batman, is that Batman is fucking Batman through almost the whole movie, right? And when he's not Batman and he's Bruce Wayne, he's doing Batman stuff. So I'm just saying it's a matter of opinion. I'm not a comic book person, but I like superheroes. I like them to be real. I like them to be serious. And I like them to be funny. And I like them to be overdramatic. And I like supernatural stuff. I like all different versions of superheroes. I can handle ones like Man of Steel, one of my favorite movies. Batman v Superman, one of my favorite movies. I was in it. Those are the movies I like because they were dark and they were serious and it made Superman be more real. And they took the underwear off him. I love the costume. I love everything about it. The costume looked like it was made in space where it should have been made. Stuff like that. I like that. But then again, this new Superman movie's coming. I didn't like it. But now I adjust easy. I make myself adjust. That's my advice for anyone who hates certain things. Make yourself get used to it. If it's a style, if it's a fad or something like that, I mean, because you don't progress if you just get stuck. And you can say, well, why don't you just make yourself get used to Matt Murdock not being Daredevil? Well, I could get used to it. I just wouldn't want to watch it no more. But I would just, I'm not really into court dramas. But anyways, I hope that maybe there's a season 2 and it gets better. 12 minutes of Daredevil and 8 episodes is just not enough for me to be involved. I want to see him fight. I like the Daredevil costume. The actor is pretty cool. He's all right. Matt Murdock's okay. I wouldn't mind a little bit of court scenes. It's okay because I like detectives. I like court, all that shit. Not really court, but I like cops, and stuff. A little bit is all right. I'll watch it. But, I want to see some big fighting. That's why you're watching superheroes, for them to fight like a superhero, something that you're not going to see outside. You're not going to see in the real world. You want to see some of this fight, this awesome stuff that you're like, there's no way he would live from that, and it's like, it just feels like they're doing it different. I'm not the only one. I do research before I start to make a video like this and see what other people say, and I know people will just be like, oh, you're stupid, you're getting enriched in Matt Murdock's character development and blah blah blah. But no, we want to see Daredevil. It's been 7 years. Do that in the next season. They should have done that in the next season. People have waited 7 years or longer to see Daredevil kick some ass. Netflix, dirty, gritty, dark, serious, bloody action greatness. You know what I mean? It gave you what the CW doesn't really give you. They try with the Arrow and Flash, but it's still really funny, and I don't know. It was just, Daredevil seemed more real than Arrow. I don't know. Arrow was dark. I did like it. Maybe it's because it was on Netflix. It was more mature than the CW. That's the difference, I guess, in a higher production. I don't know, but the fight scenes were way better than Arrow's. Arrow kind of just looks like choreography, like they're just dancing. First couple times you see Arrow fight, it's amazing. And I love Arrow, don't get me wrong. I didn't know Arrow until I watched the show, but I'm saying after a few times he fights, it's just like you feel like you're just watching someone dance, like a choreography, Daredevil was cool. I didn't know nothing about him really until I watched Netflix. I didn't know he's a boxer and all that shit, but I really like it. I just want to see him fight more. That's all. I want to see him in his costume, and I'm sure people will cry about this video. But you know what? Leave it in the comments. Cry about it. I don't care. I'm just saying everyone has an opinion. So if you think I'm, oh, blah, 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 Goth King, blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, just don't say nothing bad, okay? Because I teach online safety, so I don't want people cussing or saying anything weird. I'll just delete your comments and block you. Peace! Before